If you're a dog owner here in Burleson, you know that having a great companion by your side makes everything better. So today, we're going to walk through how you can find the perfect dog trainer right here in our community.
You know, we all want a dog that we can take anywhere. Just imagine strolling through Old Town with all the sights and sounds, feeling completely calm because you know your dog is right there with you, walking politely.
Or maybe it's just a simple, relaxing afternoon at Bailey Lake. Good training is really what makes those everyday Burleson moments possible, and honestly, a lot more fun for both of you.
So, where do you even start looking? Well, let's start with the basics, the things that really form the foundation of making a great choice.
The very first thing to look for is a trainer who uses positive reinforcement. It's pretty simple, really. It means focusing on rewarding the good stuff your dog does, instead of punishing the bad. It just builds a way better relationship and makes your dog actually want to learn with you.
Now, you might see a bunch of letters after a trainer's name. They're not just for show. Something like a CPDTK tells you they've passed a big test on their training knowledge. KPA CTP means they're certified through a well-respected academy. And an IABC certification often means they have some serious skills with tougher behavior challenges. Basically, these show that a trainer is committed to their education and profession.
Okay, so once you've got that in mind, let's get practical. What do the actual training options look like, and what should you be prepared to invest? Your two main choices are usually group classes or private in-home training. Group classes are awesome for getting your dog used to working around other dogs and people, and yeah, they tend to be a bit easier on the wallet. In-home training is perfect for those issues that only seem to happen at home, like going wild when the doorbell rings.
And when it comes to what that costs, here in Burleson and the wider DFW area, you'll see a pretty big range. A group class series might be in that couple $100 range. But for something more intensive, like a board and train where your dog lives with the trainer, you're looking at a much bigger investment. This chart should give you a good ballpark idea.
All right, so let's say you found a trainer who seems like a good fit. Now it's time to actually talk to them. Knowing what to ask is going to make all the difference in finding the right person for you and your dog.
Think of this as your interview checklist. You want to hear them talk about keeping it positive for the dog. Ask them for a realistic timeline. What can you really expect to see in a few weeks? And get specific. Ask them how they'd help you work through distractions you'd find at a busy place like Chisenhall Fields. And of course, just get everything clear on cost and what their credentials mean.
Training is just one part of being a great dog owner. The other is knowing the local landscape. So let's cover a few key things about being a dog owner right here in Burleson.
The big things to remember are pretty simple. Your dog needs to be on a leash in public unless a sign tells you otherwise. A rabies vaccination isn't just a good idea, it's required by state law. And it's also your job to make sure barking doesn't become a problem for your neighbors. If you ever have any questions, Burleson Animal Services is the place to call.
Now for the fun part, putting all that training to use. You can head over to Cleburne State Park for a hike. All the smells there are a great real-world test for your dog's focus. The Trinity Trails are perfect for practicing polite walking around bikes and joggers. And when you're ready to work on off-leash skills, nearby spots like Z-Bonds and Fort Wolf are fenced, so they're a safe place to practice.
I wish you the very best in finding the right partner for your training journey. Having a well-trained dog will open up so many wonderful experiences for you both, whether you're at home, visiting friends, or simply enjoying our beautiful city together.